Is this thing on? Looks like it's on. Hey, Kristen. It's me, Kristen, but from the future. Don't be worried. You didn't do anything wrong, but I am here to help you. First, you must have a million questions about the future. Well, there's no self-driving cars, but the Arctic Circle isn't entirely underwater yet, so we take what we can. Oh, also, you know that show, The Apprentice? Never mind. My co-star told me that I should watch what I say in public. I'll tell you about co-star, just not here. I've time traveled to a sort of astrology safe space that I always keep tucked in my back pocket for times like these. Don't worry, you'll get there. Now, the year is 2019, and you're 21 in the future. Now, I know you're only 15 right now, and I know you're pretty worked up about this whole Catholicism thing. This little incident that happened in the wake of who did and did not get a callback for the part of Lumiere in your high school's production of Beauty and the Beast. Now I realize all the anxiety you're feeling about having to now cultivate and build your own morals and values. I mean, when religion just drops away, I know it can be pretty intimidating to have to decide what's right and wrong for yourself. And I'm here to tell you, quit your worrying. The future has got you. And I'm about to explain why they got you and why you should quit your worrying. So just relax. Let's take a trip. Now, some adults will tell you that this sort of thing comes with time, and that your experiences will point you in the direction of what strikes you as important. Whatever you do, do not give this thought the time of day. What they don't realize is that actually conceiving your own morals and values takes time, energy, and emotional labor. And why should your precious time, energy, and emotional labor be spent conceiving your own morals and values when you could be relaxing? No. The way of the future is effortless and efficient, with moral insight delivered to you, for you, with merely the occasional lift of a finger. Okay. So, I'm sure you're just dying to know about whatever this wonderful #life hack is. And let me just say this. It's all about your birthday. It's astrology. You probably don't know what that is, which means it's time for a brief history lesson. Yes, cosmic gathering, collective ideology. Here we are. Back when the universe was first created out of nothingness, scientists believed that tiny particles called quarks were prompted to shift their spin in the presence of magnetic field, thus acquiring particulate mass to the point where about 1 in every 1 million quarks would explode outward in a folding motion and reveal a tiny vortex beneath it, which began... You know what? I'll just say this. Astrology believes that the way that the planets were arranged when you were born affects the way that you live. That is to say, they believe that it affected the way your personhood would inevitably develop. With this, astrological signs are assigned to different birth months, and some sort of ancient mythology offers you insight about the things you should value and the way you are as a person. While you might be thinking, you're pretty excited to develop your personality in a totally organic fashion, people are way more excited about astrology, so you should be too. Here, I'll show you.
Astrology is 100% real. I'll fight anyone who thinks that that's not true. Okay, so that's a good thing.
So 100% real. So you'd be like 100% there at the very top?
100%.
What's your sign? I don't know. When's your birthday? January 23rd. In Aquarius. What the?
What put you to such high confidence? What's the main reason why?
Okay, so like anytime I like meet someone or if I'm like dating someone, I'll like look up their zodiac sign and like read about it, and it's almost always like 100% true, like accurately reflects that person. Even if there's like multiple people. So like I'm a Capricorn and my mom and dad are both also Capricorns, and literally all of us have the exact same personality. Everything that our zodiac says we fight about. We get into like the types of arguments they predict. It's just like 100% true. And like my best friend's a Gemini, and like that fits her. And like my ex-boyfriend, like if I didn't know like what he was gonna act like that day or like what was going on in his life, I'd read his zodiac and it was like always true. And he was a Scorpio.
Are there any signs where like the description is like a shitty human or?
Gemini! They're two-faced! Dude, what the fuck? They're two-faced! They're good at one moment and then they're halfway through the other.
See, look how happy those people were. Trust me, you do not want to expel your emotional energy trying to figure out your own moral code. Another thought you might be having is this. How do we know all this stuff is true? That is, how do we know that the arrangement of the planets at the time we were born actually does affect our personhood? Well, we don't, which is fine, because even if it isn't true, the information your horoscope gives you will allow you to totally move through life in a way that does build your moral compass. just not without the emotional energy and exertion involved in actually analyzing your life experiences. See, even the placebo works, you know? Have I explained horoscopes to you yet? Horoscopes are kind of this little blurb about yourself that tells you how to kind of focus your day based on your astrological sign. It basically does all the analyzing of your life experiences for you before they actually happen. And now for the most inconvenient aspect of all of it, CoStar. So, you know all about smartphones. Well, CoStar is a smartphone app that sends you sweeping analysis of your day and your livelihood based on your astrological sign. You get notifications to your phone that suggest things that you should focus on and value for the rest of the day. And like I was saying, seriously, no need to analyze your life experiences. CoStar is analysis on the spot before you even wake up. So quit your worrying. Here, let me show you what I mean. Ah, geez, looks like I'm running out of time before the wormhole closes. Close one. Luckily, I came up with a little mechanism to reverse that kind of thing. You're probably wondering, how do I come up with time travel in the future anyways? Well, you're a Virgo, so you're ambitious by default. Don't stress about it. It'll come naturally. Don't just doing things like making yourself vulnerable and challenging yourself are just things that come naturally to a Virgo. They don't deserve any sort of particular praise. And it's nobody else's fault that they don't do that. Sagittarius, for example. Sagittarius would never develop time travel because they'd be too wrapped up in the emotional consequences or the strife they might feel about, what kind of emotional pain it could afflict. Sagittariuses are inherently obsessed with emotion. So this is the thing, it's not one person's fault or another that they didn't invent time travel. You just happen to be a Virgo. So it just came naturally. Before I go, let me say this. I understand the confusion you're going through having abandoned Catholicism. Religion offers you a way to cultivate and understand what's right and wrong. It gives you a scaffolding, something to build off of, so that you don't have to go through this process all on your own. Without religion, trying to come up with your own morals and values, what you see as right, what you see as wrong, can be a very intimidating process. I hope that this video has showed you the value of astrology in the future. It's convenient, it's not at all like religion, they do not operate the same way. Even if it might seem like they achieve the same things, the vibe is totally different. And the vibe is all that holds value. You'll understand it in the future. All I'm saying is quit your worrying. Love you, see you soon, bye.